So one day, I'm sitting in my dorm room in university, and I was just on my bed journaling. Like a small room with a bed, with a desk, and sink in the corner. And I'm just sitting there with my hood on, and I have headphones in, and I'm listening to like some calm, relaxing music with a candle on, and I'm just journaling. You see, before this moment of extreme peace and extreme clarity and consciousness, I was in a state of panic. I was anxious. I was overthinking about every single area of my life, whether I took the right call, whether I was doing the right thing. What about that random examination? How will I solve that problem? Or that random social awkward situation I was at, or whether I said that thing. And these open loops I have had in my life for so many months, and in 30 minutes I was able to solve and get a very clear picture of what my life is like right now, and I became extremely calm and relaxed and conscious. You see, the reason you should journal is because all of these influencers, and I'm not talking about the Instagram models and all those people, I'm talking about leaders, emperors, thought leaders, inventors, Newton, Da Vinci, all of these people who did who made such a huge impact in the world that today we live by their principles and rules. The whole world remembers them. And the difference between them and us is basically we consume content and we hear other people's desires, thoughts, their life view, ideologies, and we never look inside and actually think and be conscious about our own thoughts, our own desires. These ultra successful people, these thinkers, these people who lead the world, they have a journal. Da Vinci had a journal. Marcus Aurelius had a journal. And because of his journal, the book Meditations was born. The whole book is life changing for so many people. I have heard ultra successful people saying Meditations, Marcus Aurelius's book, which was basically this wasn't a book he was writing, it was his personal journal, and we discovered the journal and somebody wrote Meditations. It changes lives. And these thought leaders, these emperors, all had journals. So let's not debate and sit here and be like, I don't want a journal because I'm super cool. If you want to be successful, you need to journal. You need to be conscious about your own desires, your own thoughts, whether you're taking the right decision. I have been journaling for 6 to 8 years now, and I don't have majority of my journals with me right now. I have the last 2 years journal, and basically I journal in a specific way, which I'm going to talk about in this video. And it's for beginners, it's for like advanced people, it's for everybody, right? So I have a couple of points written down right now. So we need to firstly establish consistency in our routine. One of the ways I made it super consistent was by having a specific time slot fixed for journaling regularly. So every 3 to 4 days and on Sundays, I have basically set a rule for myself to set a candle, like light up some candle, clean my room, put on some headphones, and just journal for at least 15 minutes on all of the things I'm thinking about, all of the problems I am facing. And I'm going to get into the specific ways I journal as well. So, the way you get consistent in journaling is by making it more fun and putting it into your schedule and timetable basically. Put it in your routine so you can journal every single day or regularly or every week, whatever you are aiming for. So that's the way you get into a good habit of journaling. So I learned this technique from Clark Kegley. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Another YouTuber, big YouTuber on journaling. And he gives amazing advice. One of the advice I love was dividing the journal into a couple of parts. So right now I have like a couple of journals with me. So I have last year I had like a fitness journal where I logged in my weight, my calories, all of that shit. And I had like a thought journal where I'll just write down whatever I'm thinking. And I had another journal for deep journaling. So I had a couple of journals. Now I have one journal, but I divided it into a couple of parts because I realized I never finished my journals like the whole way through because it has so many pages. So what I did is I took a huge journal, like a thick journal diary, and I divided it into 3, 4 parts. So business, education can be weight, or it can be fitness, it can be deep journaling, and whatever you want, right? You can divide it into 6 parts, 5 parts, 3 parts. I think this is the best way to go on about having a journal, because you need to have one journal and maintain it. And making it like too many, like more than two journal, is just unnecessary in my opinion, and it will clutter your life rather than fix it. So the first kind of journaling I do usually is open loops journaling. So what it means is there will be many open loops in your brain, random things that happen in your life, random thoughts in your brain that is left opened and it is not closed. So it is running in your background of your brain. It's taking up space in your cognitive load. So in order to delete this random things that is running in the background, you need to do open loops journaling. What you do is you think of random things that is going on in your brain. So, for example, it can be that random awkward moment that happened in that social situation, or that random thing you said to the waitress, and that is going on in your mind. You just write it down and you just be like, okay, this is such a stupid thought that I'm cringing on right now. Like, there will be instances where the waiter says, enjoy your food, and I'll be like, thank you, you too. And then I'll be like cringing for weeks upon that. You can fix it by just writing it down and seeing how stupid thinking about that thing is. People make mistakes. Ultra successful people make mistakes. And once you write it down and you actually see what you're thinking about, all of these open loops that isn't closed, your brain will free up so much memory and you will feel relaxed. And you won't be getting those thoughts which you used to get about those awkward moments, about these open loops as much as you do before. Open loops journaling can be also applied with random events and opportunities you're getting in your life. Maybe you have to give a presentation and some elements of it is running in the background of your brain. So you can just open your journal and just write down what's been going on and what that open loop is and close that loop. So every week or regularly, when I have too many open loops, I'll basically feel it in my brain and I'll transfer it into my journal. I'll have like an open loop journaling session in order to close the loops that are open. Next is deep journaling. This is the most important, the highest amount of ROI you will ever get from journaling is going to be through deep journaling, in my opinion. So, what deep journaling is, you have a question, you have a prompt, or you have a problem, or you have something that you're dealing with right now, and you go deep into that thing and you ask yourself question after question after question until you get into the bottom of that particular problem or that thing. So, for example, you're struggling with finding your purpose, what career path you should choose. Should you go to university or not? Should you take that job or not? You write down, you ask yourself deep journaling question. You give yourself a question prompt like, if I was a billionaire, or if money doesn't exist and time wasn't a thing, what would I be doing? What purposeful mission or work task I would be doing right now? If I had all the money in the world and all the time in the world, what is the one thing, one work task I would be going to do? Let's say you got all the money, you did all of the things. You say you'll enjoy your life. Well, you can't enjoy your life for the rest of your life. You can't just go party for the next 6 months. Let's say you go party hard for the next 6 months in every fucking country. You bought all of the things you wanted. You bought all of the supercars because you have unlimited money now. You got all of the houses in all of these fancy countries. You got the passports to every single expensive ass country. Now, what will you do? You did everything you wanted. You'll get bored. What's the one work task you will be doing? Now imagine you writing that question and answering and thinking about that thought and going deep into this loophole for 2 hours. Imagine the clarity you will have about what you want to do in your life. You can go on ChatGPT for like many question prompts or deep journaling prompts in different aspect of your life. So I have a few prompts for you if you want to get started right away. So number one prompt is, what are the top 3 values guiding my life right now? Are my daily actions aligned with it? Life purpose would be, if I had unlimited time, money, and support, what would I dedicate my life to? For example, vision of the future under that is, where do I see myself in 5 years? What actions can I take today to bring that version to life? That can be an incredible journaling prompt. So you can just Google like journaling prompts or deep journaling prompts and just open your journal and go within that particular topic and answer some deep questions. You can also be facing traumatic events, like you got bullied or some traumatic thing happened. You can just go deep into that and actually ask yourself questions to get to the root of the problem and try to solve that issue. Next is self-reflection journaling. It is very interesting because stoicism is self-reflection. So you can basically review your entire week. So I journal every single Sunday and I will have like a 15-10 minute self-reflection day. and I'll just review my entire week, what went right, what went wrong, so I can do what went right. Like I can do more of that, and I can do less of what went wrong, and come up with solutions to solve that problem. So, in order to live a successful life or have a successful day, you need to basically figure out what works and figure out what doesn't work. You need to do what works more times and minimize what doesn't work. So, self reflection can be a fantastic way to get more clarity and reflect back on the problems and optimize your entire life and routine and every single deep area of your life and optimize it for perfection. It creates kind of a feedback loop. So you have a system and it creates like a feedback loop that feeds into the inputs. So you can change your inputs according to the outcomes. The last one is free flow journaling. Free flow journaling is basically where you just open your journal and start writing. And this is what I would do when I'm getting so many thoughts, like a lot of thoughts. So I'll just open my journal, start writing. Whatever comes to my mind, I'll just write. However stupid that is, like the most random thoughts I'm having, I'll just write it down. And once I start writing, chances are I'll be writing for like 2, 3, 4 pages for 30 minutes straight. And I'll be deep in my thoughts. And after I've done this kind of journaling, I'll feel very relaxed because all of these thoughts that I had, random, stupid thoughts and emotions, they get transferred into that page and now you can just forget about it. Now the loop is closed. And this is the entire guide on how I journal personally and how journaling is going to change my life and yours too. And it makes me very calm and peaceful and give me more consciousness and clarity over my actions. Just make journaling more fun. If you want to do it every single day or regularly, if you want to make this an habit, make it more enjoyable. Get some candles, get a nice like playlist, music running in the background, and have some nice scents and have a routine like a timetable schedule slot for your journaling time period where you'll just write down things and go deep into a particular topic. So that's all I know about journaling. That's how I've been journaling for the past 6 to 7 years. There's other forms of journaling like bullet journaling or gratitude journaling. If you want me to make a video on bullet journaling or gratitude journaling or any other kind of journaling, just leave me a comment down below and I'll be making a video on that, like specifically going deep into those kinds of journaling. If you enjoyed the video and you got genuine value out of this, I would urge you to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. If you have any problems going on in your life, you can just leave a comment down below on that particular problem and I can make a video on it. Or you can DM me on Discord as well. Thank you for watching this video and I hope you have a nice day.